We're in a cellar under a bombed-out house in the ruins of Stalingrad, and a German officer named Heinrich Gerlach is doing his best to stay sane as he's repeatedly tormented by the rhythmic ticking of a clock, which echoes through the streets with a menacing consistency. During late July and early August, the fight kicks off and both sides suffer heavy losses as the Germans try to slam through the Russian lines with devastating mechanized assaults, and the Russians, forced to hold their ground on pain of death, absorb one punishing salvo after another, all the while refusing to budge. By mid-August, the Führer is losing his patience, and he orders a prolonged and, quite frankly, unprecedented bombing campaign on the city. To use his own words, Stalingrad must be erased from the face of the earth. It must cease to exist. We'll rub it out. 90% of the buildings in Stalingrad are reduced to rubble. With this order, the battle turns from a set-piece showdown between two mechanized armies into an absolutely brutal slog. Street by street, building by building, room by room. By November, the average life expectancy for a soldier in Stalingrad is 24 hours. But he was told to stay and fight. Over the coming days and months, Paulus will continue to appeal to his Führer and try to convince him of the hopelessness of staying in this encircled position as the Russian winter sweeps through Stalingrad and the men now trapped within it. He will go on to write that it was not a battle. It was a nightmare of fire and ice. Men went mad. We were encircled not just by the Red Army, but by the silence of death. And so we find ourselves back in the frozen, corpse-ridden streets, which would be drowned in hopeless silence if not for the ticking of a clock.